Hi, this is Danny Rams from Maverick Spirit Astrology, and I'm going to be talking about Mars today and everything Mars for us to get ready for this new transit from Mars into Gemini. And we're going to be talking about what Mars really is about on a higher vibrational scale. It's our warrior, it's what creates this drive, this passion. Yes, it's heated. Yes, it's aggravation, but it's also how do you deal with the aggravation? How do you come out from that aggravation? Talking about some aspects that we're making to Mars and Gemini as well. And I can't wait to get into that relationship with you guys and let you know what's exactly going on with that Mars and Gemini transit through your houses. So whatever house Gemini is in for you, this is going to be where the action is being taken. It's very much of intellect, of self-taught skills, community, and seeking those socialization skills. You're going to start wanting to be like, I read this book, and then share your knowledge as well, because that opposite energy is with Sagittarius. We have a trine to the to Saturn that we're going to be working with. We also have a whole bunch of more information that we're going to go into, and I'm going to try to take off this. Okay. So what we have going into this is that we have what is Mars? So the last time Mars was in Gemini was March 31st, 2019. It was in Aries for a very long time. We had a retrograde, and then it progressed through. So Mars is how we are verbally aggressive. It's also about our sexual desire, or more of like how we have our drive, our passion, and our aggressions towards this energy. It's an extroverted love energy. What does this mean for the collective is that we have some squares when Gemini is in Gemini squares our Pisces energy right now. So Pisces is again with the sun, it's with Venus, it will eventually be with Mercury. Right now it's in Neptune as well. So I wanted to just give you a brief description of what Mars is like. Your natal Mars, if it is in your chart, regardless of what sign it is in, this is specific to the house that your natal chart is in, as well as understanding that this is where the transits will be activated as well, because that's what this Mars energy brings to that Gemini house. So for the natal houses, where your Mars is, and then also for the transits, to pay attention to where the Gemini house is for you as well. So Mars in the first house is about aggressive behavior. It's you going forth and creating and understanding that you are going to be going through some type of well, if it's transit, it's you're going to become more agitated easily, but also to take into the consideration on a high vibrational matter that this is all about passion and what you self-taught are putting out there. It's also going to conjunct our North Node. The Gemini and Mars is going to conjunct the North Node on March 28th. I do want to get into the houses in 1 second. And then on the March 17th, Mars is going to sextile Chiron, which means that it is going to have an open flow to Chiron, our healer, our wounded healer. Mars is going to trine Saturn on March 21st as well. It will trine all the Aquarius energy in Jupiter as well, but I didn't pick out that date just yet. So we do have some transits that we are going to have to look into, and then I'll talk more about Gemini and Mars. But for now, Mars in your natal chart, in which house, and then also the transit through this Mars going in. So again, Mars in the houses. The first house is aggressive, again, with the behaviors of driven passion, of extra energy, and this is your self-awareness house. So this is where you have been and what you're becoming and what you're going through, but it's also like how you are you're advancing actively into society, and what you're known for is your 10th house, but you're actually going to come down to the self-awareness in your first house. In your second house, whether this is a natal or transit, it's about the financial ups and downs, but always about the hustle. So you're always allowing yourself to, hey, if I need it, I'll go work for it, no problem. The third house is about quick decision making. It's about your community and creating this almost like this awareness of how do we teach each other to collaborate. The fourth house is very independent roots. So you're becoming more driven in your roots, but also from your roots you grow outward. So understand that when Mars is transiting your fourth house, this is about independence, and this is about you standing up for yourself. And then if it's in your natal chart, this is something that you are driven to into your roots. You're driven into your roots, and that's where the aggravation and the energy blockages can happen if you don't know how to excel through that Mars energy. Again, it's the warrior here. The fifth house is a competitive soul. So if you have Mars transiting your fifth house right now, or if it's in your natal chart, it's going to feel more about the competition or your hobbies and what you can become a champion in or a cheerleader for. But also it's that a little bit of the aggravation can come with new things that are like thrown your way. You're able to kind of like pick up with it and go. Sixth house means you have a lot of energy, and you know what to do with your energy. You're gonna, if you have Mars in your sixth house natal chart, you know how to create your day. You're gonna know how to almost like activate as the moment you wake up, and then like know that your routine is headed towards that. Again, with aggravations, so you might find that you can have aggravations as far as feeling that like if things don't go your way, how they hold you back. And the only way to deal with that is to understand that you might be moving too fast for the situation, and then to take your step back and then realize. So when you become a warrior in your day-to-day, or you are a warrior in your day-to-day with your Mars sixth house, this is, again, it's about moving around the energy and creating that drive, that driven force towards your goals. Seventh house, if you have Mars in your seventh house, or the transit is towards your seventh house, it's an impulse, but also an aggressive activation for the hunt. So seeking relationships and being more of like the one who flirts first type of a deal, going, not being afraid of aggravations, being more assertive. Debates are a big thing too. You have a driven force in you. The eighth house is going to deal with others. You're going to become very forward, but yet you're going to be very reserved with Mars here, because Mars in the eighth house is all about your own transformations, especially when you look at it as your transformation to your higher self. So you can become reserved towards others, even though you are very forward with your speaking or the deals that you have with others. Shared income as well is something that you're driven towards. Ninth house is Mars is going to love travel. It's going to love and have, it's going to have like this, you're going to have like a loud voice. Basically, you're going to have more of this divinity that is masculine. So it's outwardly sharing information of the depths of your soul, but sharing it. In the 10th house, you're driven towards your goals. You are very driven towards working and accomplishments. With your Mars here, it's something like your active career, or your active outer energy is something that's very much so related to how you identify to the public. In the 11th house, you're very tech savvy with this Mars here, because 11th house is futuristic thinking, and you're more driven towards futuristic goals. And then the 12th house is a fight for the rights of others. You tend to think of others more than yourself, but in the aspect of if somebody else is being hurt, you are more likely to become aggressive for them, versus if somebody's hurting you, you're just like, okay, whatever, because I have that drive and that inner energy just naturally in my soul. So you can't mess with that. That's you can't mess with the 12th house Mars. And that's the reason why, is because their aggravation is already like so high that you can't touch it. Like, you don't want to touch it. Don't touch it. So that's just what Mars is like through the houses, and what Mars is like through the transits of those houses. So the other thing is, again, with the transits, with that conjunction to the North Node, is we're going to be fully activating our purpose. Our drive is towards our purpose. So more and more people are becoming more and more aware. And then with that transit, you're going to see more of your abilities into the world, and you're going to be seeing more and more people become activated in spirituality, or active in realizing what their powers are, that they are able to ground yourself as well. But like with this aggravation, this could be also something for the collective to understand that maybe we're not completely getting that need or that pull, so we ourselves do it ourselves. So this is like taking in everything that you are known for, what you are, knowing yourself, and then creating that passion to that North Node. Our purpose right now is to become the teacher, is becoming the student right now. So it's also to kind of, it's hard to say, but like you want to keep quiet, and where you might not be keeping quiet is in the house that it's in. So that's where the drive is for Mars. As far as the transits in Gemini, let me see. I have that a Mars in Gemini native is somebody who is more sexually desired towards the mental stimulation. It's an extroverted love. They might have a sharp tongue. They're very smart, and they're driven towards those, like the logical thinking. So what does it mean for like the collective when you have someone who has a Mars in Gemini, is that someone is like their natal Gemini being activated through this time, as well as to understand that we ourselves might have a sharp tongue. But also, it's all about community. It's about the social butterfly. It's all about creating something that's been reoccurring, is like to wear that mask of courage, but also to help with this Mars is you're the warrior. You're pulling out that inner warrior for your community, for your self-taught skills, for your siblings, for your intelligence, and creating this mind plan with that purpose. It's very important to understand that Mars is that extroverted energy. Okay, it's our huge action. So listening to war cries or types of music that kind of activate you will be very, very helpful to you during this time, as always, but more so energetically during this time, where it pulls you through. And oh, that's so cute. So also we have to look at the low vibrations as well. What this could mean is you are finding a duality of living your actions out. On the lower vibrational side, this is also like gossip as well. So you're going to want to know what everybody else is thinking if you can't understand it yourself through just feeling, because you want to hear it outwardly. Because this is the masculine energy, is extroverted energy. So you want to be able to hear people say it or admit their truths. Now is the time to learn all about yourself, hold your ground. A lot of things that are coming up are going to be really interesting, really great feelings as far as like this drive to our North Node. So again, that date, so you could keep it down, is Mars is going to be conjunct the North Node on the, I believe it was the 17th. No, it's the 28th, sorry. Mars is conjunct North Node on the 28th, We also have a full moon on March 28th in Libra. So that's the Aries sun with the Libra moon opposing each other. And then we're going to have the North Node and South Node trine. The North Node is going to trine the moon, and the South Node is going to trine the South Node. So the South Node is our comfort. It's all about what we have come from, as well as like where our karma has led us to. So this is about making the right decisions for yourself, and not being it's actually not saying to be consistent, but it is saying to be ritualistic. So when you do things, do them every day. Strength in numbers, strength in doing them repetitively. Self-taught skills are not learned overnight, so you need to like keep up with whatever you are learning to do. Create it in a day-to-day. Yeah, these Gemini Mars transits are going to be really interesting for us, and I can't wait to see you guys for the full moon in Pisces as well, because we have so much going on. There's a lot of self-private work that we're working on before that Mars hits that North Node, so it'll be really interesting. Comment, like, subscribe, and I can't wait to hear from you guys. Thank you. This is Danny Rams from Maverick Spirit Astrology.